Today we are going to be working on our Eric Carle inspired flowers. We are going to begin by painting in the background, so green in the foreground for the grass, and then turquoise and white in the background. You see we are going to be adding texture, and then we are going to use the stamped paper we created last week to make our flowers. So to begin today, you're going to each get your own paper, and on the back I want you to write your name. Then flip it over, and I have my paper the portrait way, so the tall way. Now near the bottom I want to draw a horizon line. So here is about halfway, and I want to definitely be way less than halfway. I would say about a fourth, and I'm really lightly going to draw a horizon line across. So you can see I have my horizon line across the bottom. Then at your table you're going to get a placemat, a paintbrush, and a tray with green and then turquoise and white paint for the sky. You will also get these texture rubbing plates that we will use to put texture into our grass and our sky. To begin, we'll start with the green. So below the horizon line, you're just going to start painting green. And we do want to do this pretty quickly. We don't want it to dry before we add the texture. We go in with those texture tools. Definitely using the placemat. You don't get paint. And then once you've painted the entire grass, you're going to go in, you're going to choose one of the textures. So you can see there are 4 different kinds of texture. I think I'm going to use this red one, and I'm going to go in with it and kind of make it look like grass. Kind of scraping away some of that paint. You will have to share with the people at your table. And then I have texture in my grass, and I can set that on my placemat or give it to someone else to share. Then for the sky, we are going to be doing blue and white. So I'm going to start by just dipping in the blue, and I'm going to start painting, not going over the green. Again, we do want to do this pretty quickly. Then I can go ahead and get white. Just dipping back and forth between the white and the turquoise so they kind of blend together. Again, going in between the turquoise and the white. And once you've painted it all, you're going to go in again with another texture tool. I think I'll go in with the blue, the weighty one, and I'm just going to scrape some texture lines in my sky. And then we are done with our sky. Now we are ready to go in and start making our flower. So you have your dry background. Then at your table, you are going to have a variety. I have cut up all those papers that we made last week, a couple weeks ago. And you have all those color choices at your table. You will need a pencil and glue and scissors as well. Now, if you remember, we did practice drawing some different flowers, so you can choose and look at your sketch sheet as an idea for what you want your final flower to look like. And we want our flower to be nice and big. So you can see my petals are really nice and big. So no matter what petals you decide or what flower you decide to make, you want it to take up a lot of your artwork. So I think I'm going to do this flower here. And I'm going to start with I think I want the middle to be orange. Now you have a whole piece of paper, but the middle is not going to be this big. So I don't want to put the first shape right in the middle. I'm going to put it off to the side so that someone else can use this orange. Now at your table you will also have some different size circles for templates that you can use if you want. And I think I'm actually going to do two, one orange, maybe one green, and I'm going to use those two shapes for the circle. So to draw it on the back, I'm going to put it in the corner so someone else can use the orange. And then again, I think maybe I'll do green, the bigger one, in the corner. And then I'm going to take my scissors and I can cut them out. Now you're not going to be able to trace everything. I do not have tracers for petals, just the circles if you want to put a circle in the middle. And those extra scraps that you have, leave at your table. Someone else may need to use them. So I have the start of my flower, like that. And now I need to make the petals. I think I'm going to make the petals both pink, and I think I'm going to make them purple. So I'm going to again turn them over, and I'm going to draw on the back. Making them nice and big. And then I will cut them out. Again, notice how I put them on the sides. So I have one petal. And I may need to draw more and cut out more, but I think this is a good start. Another petal, and then I'll cut out my purple ones. Now I am going pretty fast, but you're going to want to take your time drawing the petals, the stem, the leaves. So let's see, I think I need one more pink one. So I can draw another petal. And then I'm going to start to glue. No, I'm not done. I may add another circle in the middle. I may add something else, definitely a stem, but I am going to start gluing. Open my glue. I do not need a lot of glue. So I am just going to trace near the outside. That's it. We don't want to go too close to the edge. We don't want our artwork full of glue. And I'm going to hold it so that's nice and stuck. I'll do the same for the orange and hold it so that it's stuck. I'm going to try and kind of stick my petals underneath the green. And maybe since I'm not taking up the whole green part, I could go in and add another little one, maybe a yellow petal in between. But you're going to take the entire class today to make your Eric Carle inspired flower. So I could go in, I think I will go in maybe use some of these scraps and go in with another little yellow one. But first I'm going to do the stem. So for the stem, I think I'm going to do a green stem. I'm going to flip it over. Maybe kind of do something like this. And then it's nice. I'm going to glue it. I think I'll do leaves to it, add leaves, maybe in the blue and the green, maybe even in the orange again. It's kind of going over. Let's move it over just a little bit. You'll go with my blue. So you're going to keep going and you're going to make a collage until your artwork is finished. You can see I added 2 leaves here, a green one and a blue one. I added a butterfly. If you have time, you could add a couple butterflies, maybe another little flower. But you're going to go and you're just going to take all these papers, these stamped textured papers, and you are going to make a flower.